What's up? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's living it large. Hope everybody's staying positive and optimistic in these times. Yeah, I hope everybody's feeling good, man. I'm definitely feeling good, and I hope you lot all are as well. Hope you're not letting like a lot of the negative things in the world get to you, and you're just overcoming things and just achieving your goals and targets and objectives that you're supposed to reach for 2023. Um, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of news headlines pop up recently that aren't really being published. So I just thought it was important to speak on them and touch upon them. Before I start this topic, I'm just going to say to you, I don't believe in war. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in murder. I don't believe in rape. I don't believe in any of those type of things. I'm sure you can kind of understand that by the topics I make on my channel. Um, because I know a lot of people have like selective hearing, so they try to pick out things that are like probably negative that I say, but and they try to like kind of deflect it onto me like I'm a bad person, which is not the case. So like yeah, I'm just putting it out there. Like I don't believe in like violence or world wars or anything of that nature, but I know that's man's nature. Like man has evil in his heart, and you know what I mean. There's evil people in the world that believe in things like this, so it is what it is. It's just the world we live in. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just gonna start off. Anyways, get straight into it. So, what is the current state of the British Armed Forces? This is Sky News. As the US General warns, the British Army is no longer a top level fighting force and calls for greater defence spending. We take a look at data showing the current state of the British Armed Forces, and this is Tuesday, the 31st of January, 2023. Let's see what they got to say.
Revealed that a top US general privately told Ben Wallace, the Defence Secretary, that the British Army is no longer regarded as a top level fighting force. Here's what you need to know. The British Army is facing a real crisis. It's not something that suddenly happened, it's been building up over time. The government has been cutting the size of the force for decades now, but it's been from a really large mass. But now you're right down to the smaller numbers. And when those small numbers aren't receiving the right equipment, aren't getting the right training, are living in accommodation that at times is unbearable, don't have the kind of food they might like sometimes in their bases, that affects morale, it affects fighting capability, and that affects capability, the capability of the army to be able to defend the UK and its allies. It's not all bad news for the army. Yes, it's been cut to a small size and is set to shrink even further unless more money comes along. But the government has recognised that more investment needs to go in. There is a plan, a transformation plan underway, but the problem is the timelines envisaged are too long. It takes until the next decade until they actually come into force, and the threat is...
What are they talking about? What do you mean there's no army? Basically, what I'm getting from this is that there's no army now. So what are we supposed to fight with? Because technically, really, to be honest, I'm not fighting no war. That's just me, bro. I'm not fighting for rich people's wars. They can send their own kids out to the war, bro. Me, count me out of it. But so what are we supposed to fight with? What are people supposed to fight with? Sticks and stones. Because I'm looking at those guys on the other side, like Russia and China. They are packing the heat. They are packing the heat. So like, you ain't got no army. You ain't got no tanks, no Air Force, Royal Navy, like submarines, F-35s. Like, what is going on? It's starting to worry me, guys. It's starting to worry me. Every day I'm hearing a bad story. Like now they're saying there's no army. So this is supposed to be a first world country. You're supposed to have the best military, probably not on the planet, but UK has to be in the top 10 at least. Top 10 max. So it's getting from bad to worse. Not liking what I'm hearing. And then you look at these guys. You look at these guys. These men are just jumping in with 200,000 man. Them every month it looks like I'm seeing these men like reloading 200,000 man, 200,000 man. Boom, boom, boom. Every month, boom, 200,000 man. And we've just said we don't even have a army. So how are we gonna like think about it? If we don't have an army, we don't have the capability to come against opposition. Then what? Then what? Do you know what I mean? They've just said that on Sky News, bruv. So everyone is gonna be like, oh, maybe they're just overthinking. Like, she just said it. Stop with the rubbish. She just said it. So like it's getting from bad to worse. Like even this war with China over Taiwan is likely in 2015. Warns U.S. General Mike Millen. I hope I am wrong. So basically, they're telling us we're going to war in 2025. So technically, you got 2 years to get your stuff together. You got 2 years to get your stuff together. And I wouldn't even take their word for it, bruv. I wouldn't be surprised if a missile hits somewhere later on today. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not going to warn you when something hits the ground, bruv. You're going to know when the bomb hits the ground. That's when they'll tell you. So with these guys, you can't trust them one bit. And it's worrying because I'm seeing that these man are literally... Look, Russian Defense Ministry confirms plan to expand army to 1.5 million troops. So like, this is scary. Because I'm seeing these guys, they're literally just dropping in 200,000. It seems like they're doing it every month. And these are, we're saying we don't even have numbers. We don't even have the weaponry. We don't even have the capability. Do you know what I mean? And if you look at the statistics, this is NATO, number of military personnel in NATO countries in 2022. 2022. United States, 1.3 million. Turkey, 446,000. But Turkey are doing a pipeline deal, a gas pipeline deal with the Russians. So they might just change sides and change opposition. Then you got France with 207.1. And if Turkey duck out, it's over for Europe. It's over for Europe. And then England, 156,000 troops. Is that it? So basically we have to rely on America. That's what it looks like here. It looks like we have to rely on America, and they're overseas. They're like, they have to cross over the ocean and that to get to us. But to be honest, America's got loads of bases around the world, so hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I am wrong. But when I'm looking at, because I watch a lot of I watch the adverts every year of like the militaries. So like every year they show like military ads of just like the capability and how advanced militaries are. And like every year, the UK one, the Western ones just look like they're going down. It looks like they're becoming worse every year. I've been watching them since like 2017, and they look like they're getting worse every single year. Like you got China saying like they're gonna take over Taiwan, and China's wanted Taiwan because Taiwan used to be a Chinese province, like way back in the day. Obviously, the Japanese took it from China back in the day, but now like China want it back because it's kind of owned by America, and this is basically what they're kind of fighting for. Because and if China invade Taiwan, it's World War III, because this is what basically Taiwan produced the most valuable semiconductor in the whole planet, in every single electronic. It's in your mobile phones, it's in your computers, it's in your TVs, it's in your laptops, it's in your Mac, it's in every single electronic that you can think of. And it's made in Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. And this is why tensions are kind of rising in Taiwan, because China want it back so they can kind of take control of the semiconductor manufacturing company, because this is what rakes in large profit. As you can see, it's the most valuable semiconductor on the planet. So one of them anyway. Well, it is technically. So, but obviously the agenda's bigger than that as well. Like, regardless of what they tell us and shove down our throats, like it's definitely it's a big agenda that's taking place. I don't want to really say too much on here, because again, you can't say too much on there. But like, it's a bigger agenda than just like all of the things that are going on. Like all of these people that are doing this work together. So like, it's getting from bad to worse. This is all I got to say to you. And if you look at the adverts that I was telling you about, this is like the adverts of the militaries. So this is the Chinese military, right? Everybody needs to watch this. I'm gonna skip through it, but you guys can watch it in your own time. If you look at the top, it's called Army Recruitment Ads: China versus Russia versus USA. I watch these every year.
一声道，是一句承诺。军长同志，一方前准备完毕，请指示。是吧？ 一声道是一种割舍，一声道是一次重塑。
空中、陆上各作战区域以兄弟完善作战计划。
You see them packing the heat? These Chinaman packing the heat! Woohoo! Boop, 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 boop!
一声道
Come on!
是一场冲锋。
Lethal! Lethal!
我们用
Dangerous, 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 you man. Dangerous, dangerous, bruh.
扛起使命，我们用忠诚筑起长城，改革强军，征途如虹。
历史告诉我们，改革创新与时俱进，是人民军队不断发展的康庄大道。人民军队的力量来自改革创新，人民军队的胜利来自改革创新。
祖国召唤，我必到。一声道，一声道。
Okay, so what that told me is in that ad, even though this is last year's one, I'm waiting for this year's one. I can't wait to see this one. But what this one told me is that these guys are ready to exterminate, kill. They're making killers over there. That's what I got. That's what I got from this. We got the tanks. We got the submarines. We got the military might. We got millions of men. We're unstoppable. We are coming to kill and hunt you down and destroy you. That's what I got from the Chinese military. Alright? I got that from they're making killers. I just see it, killers. I want to be a part of that. That's a military I want to be a part of.
Это
So now we have the Russian military. Alright?
первый день твоей новой жизни. То, что было вчера, не имеет значения. То, кем ты был прежде, уже никого не волнует. Теперь важно то, кем ты будешь сегодня. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Знать себя.
Ooh!
К черту границы. Ты готов ломать себя.
Ай-я!
День. Здесь народ закаляет. Шрамы, повседневность.
Get deep!
Когда ты решил себе что-то доказать. Командир здесь только для того, чтобы ты мог увидеть...
Man, the militant. Woo!
Врага нет боя.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you see the demon in him? That is the devil in his soul. Sorry, guys. That is the devil in... That's the devil, bruv. I'm sorry, this guy looks soulless.
С боя нет победы. Но на самом деле, главный
Во.
враг — это ты.
The heat,
Вчерашний.
the heat, the heat,
Выследить
the
врага,
heat.
догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад победителем. Потому что завтра первый...
Alright, they're making killers. From that one, they're just making killers over there, bro. Killers, straight assassins, bro. That are ready to destroy, conquer, exterminate, take over your land and take over, bro. That's what I got from that. And like, I'm just like, well, I want to be a part of that. If I'm, you know what I mean? Again, I don't support war, but it's gonna happen, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I want to be a part of that. Because if there is a war, but from what we see in, there's gonna be a war, bruv. So look,
день твоей новой жизни.
so now we have the basically American, but like obviously USA, the UK, they're close allies. They've been allies for centuries now. Do you know what I mean? So like, US and the UK are kind of fairly similar to each other. Like I would just say that UK is a smaller version of the USA, but we're small allies. Like if the US is in a war, the UK is automatically involved in the war with them because we're just their closest allies. You know what I mean? So it kind of is what it is. But this is the US one. Oh! 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 Oh my God!
This is the story of how Israel incorporates our nation's Patriot missile defense.
Ah! Oh!
It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms. Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin,
Like, what is this, bro?
I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age.
Bruh!
When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her
Ah, bro, I can't watch this no more. You don't watch this in your own time. This is This is
She
painful,
tapped
bro.
into my family's pride to get back on her feet.
Bro, we are gonna get our asses kicked by Russia and China, bro. I have to just say it, point blank, period. Like, why are women in the army? Why are there women in the army, bro? And I know a lot of women are watching this right now. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you're so sexist, T. You're a misogynist." Shut up! Get out of the social media world and the mainstream media world of being robotically conditioned, bro. Women have never fought wars ever. Battle of Hastings, fought by men. World War I, fought by men. World War II, fought by men. Vietnamese War, fought by men. First Gulf War, fought by men. Second Gulf War, fought by men. Men are the providers and the protectors, bruv. Women don't fight wars. Where do you see a where do you see a woman in that? Yeah, you see a woman here, but yeah, you just saw a woman there. Sorry. But she's in the laboratory doing some genetic stuff. She's not on the front line with the killers. These are the killers. This is what we're up against, bruv. And Sky News is telling us there's no military. All the men in the West are emasculated, emotional, weak, pathetic, lethargic. Like the average man in the UK, like, they get jealous of you because you have more confidence than them. They get jealous of you because you're more talented than them. They get jealous of you because you can communicate with people better than them. They get jealous of you because you make more money than them. They get jealous of women that make more money than them. So, like, again, I'm not being like, some of y'all gonna be like, you're a misogynist, you're sex. No, I'm not, bruv. I'm just saying it how it is. Where do you see a woman in their military, bruv? Because the Chinese are disciplined, bro. They don't believe in like all of this dumb stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's the man. That's the provider. That's the protector. And he does what he's got to do to protect his family, bruv. That's what they believe in China. That's what they believe in Russia, bro. They don't believe like women are men. And that's the thing with a lot of you girls, bro. Like, you need to get that out of your mindset. Like, you're not men. Do you know what I mean? A man can't do what a woman can do. A woman can't do what a man can do. And I've made these videos before. I'm not going to keep touching over upon that. But I can't hold a baby for 9 months. You can. Do you know what I mean? I can't do that. So, like, bro, it's not looking good. You saw the US one. Women are, it was literally women. Why are women in the army? This makes no sense to me. Look at the look. Just men. Killers. Trained assassins. Ah, I'm scared, bro. I'm scared, bro, for this country, bro. I'm so scared. And then you look at the Russian one. Straight men. Killers. Killers. Look at this killer. He's giving me nightmares already. He's giving me nightmares already. And this is what we have in the West, bruv. Like, guys, like, personally, I'd rather roll out with the women, bro. Because I feel like the women are way more militant than men these days, bro. I'm going to keep it real. And again, I know some of you are going to be like, I'm misogynist, I'm saying all this load of rubbish. Like, knock it off, please. This is serious business, bruv. This is serious business. And it's just becoming more crazy by the day, bruv. Like, I'm almost starting to believe we don't even have a military, bruv. Do you know what I'm starting to think, you lot? I'm starting to think that this is the military. And no disrespect to these guys, like, you can do what you want with your life. I'm not on this, like, singling out people, because people are going to be like, you're homophobic. No, I'm not. I don't hate nobody, bruv. You do what you want to do. You swing that way. If you want to swing that way, you swing that way. Me, I'm straight like 6 o'clock. I like women, innit? So I'm straight like 6 o'clock. But what I'm saying is, I'm starting to believe that this is our military, bruv. I'm really starting to believe this is our military. Because I haven't seen no videos of, like, any UK guys jumping out of helicopters. Like, jumping out, like, and UK and, like, America used to be, like, the most powerfulest, like, militaries on the planet. And this is how you just see Western civilizations declining. It's declining. Y'all can sit here and be like, oh, I'm this conspiracy theory guy, blah, de, blah, de, blah. Look, 200,000 and more troops every month. Every month. 1.5 million. And China have the biggest... this is Russia's military, but China have the biggest military in the world. They just outnumber everybody. They got like 1.4 billion people, bruv. So, what do we have? What the hell do we have? We got 156. Like, bro, I believe if Russia came to the UK, we wouldn't even survive a week. Okay, maybe a month. But like, how Ukraine are going a year strong. We wouldn't survive in like a week. Like I told you, all the men here are like, you can't even have a deep conversation with the average man about what goes on in the world without him getting scared or not wanting to talk about it, or they'll just ignore it like it doesn't exist. So what makes you think that they're gonna, when these Chinaman and these Russia man pull up ready for war, bruv, and you'll see how militant they are? I just showed you the video. These men are gonna fold. And I know some of you are gonna be like, why don't you join the military T then? Why don't you join it? I've just told you I don't believe in war, but when it comes to it, it comes to it. We're going to have to go. Like, because women don't get drafted. Yeah, you might be cooking the food in the kitchen or whatnot, but you're not drafted to the front line because you are not a man. You need to get that out of your head, bruv. Like, why do you want... I've never understood why women want to be men anyway. Men are... Look what men have done to the earth, bruv. Do you know what I mean? They've just, like, come on. Destroyed it. Wars, racism, like all these nasty things that have just messed up the planet, bruv. And you want to be like a man, bruv. Like, if I was a woman, I would not want to be a man whatsoever, bruv. But yeah, it's looking scary. It's not looking good. Like I said, bruv, this is the military for the UK, bruv. I'm starting to believe it. I'm really starting to believe this is the military, bruv. I'm telling you, this is the military. This is the military. Because I'm telling you, I haven't seen anything from the... Unless they're not showing us on the news or something, like we're actually doing bits, but I haven't seen... I think we're being set up, bruv. I think the people that run this country have literally just... Because this is not a country, this is a corporation. So I think, personally, I believe that the people that run this country have made as much money that they wanted to make from it. Because remember, this is a corporation. I think they've made as much money as they wanted to make from it. And now they're done with it and they sold us out to China. And Russia. So these men are coming there, bruv. And they're saying by what? Remember I told you, US is our closest ally. So anything they're involved in, we're involved in. So they're saying by 2025... They're literally telling you, 2025, we're going to war. And I told you, World War III starts when China invade Taiwan, bruv. So, y'all better start making moves. Like me, I made my moves, but I got out of the UK quick time. I got out. I made moves, I made the right... I got out. I was like, there's no way I'm staying in this toxic place, bruv. Toxic. Like, I love everyone back home, but I moved to Africa, bro. I was like, bro, I can't take this no more, bro. I went back to Africa, stayed low, like, I did my thing. So, y'all need to make moves. 2025, This is when it breaks out, when they invade Taiwan, bruv. If they, because England and America haven't been like, we're going to invade anywhere. Yeah, they invaded Afghanistan, took the troops back out. And now it's like China and Russia are just like, bruv, well, boss, this is our time to shine. We outnumber you with military might, personnel, and we're outnumbering you. Who knows? But it's not looking good on any side, bro. You never know. This might all blow out the way, but I don't see it blowing out the way. It's been getting worse every single year, brother. And 9 times out of 10 is their agenda. So y'all need to make moves, like I've said in all my videos. I can't keep repeating myself on the things I've been saying. Y'all need to make moves quick. All right? Love you all. God bless all of you. Not trying to spread fear or anything like that. Just telling you how it is. And I hope all of you look after yourselves and look after your brothers, your sisters, everything. Do you know what I mean? Because this is serious, bruv. This is serious. You can ignore this. This is serious. You got to think about your children. You got to think about your mum. You got to think about your families. Like, this is the thing people aren't thinking about. They're just turning up, acting like nothing's going on. And you guys can do that. Like, you can do that by all means. But, like, that's not going to change anything. You have to make moves, isn't it? So, peace and love to all of you. And wish the best.